よし。よし。よろしくお願いいたします。
This is our last 2 hours in this clinic. Thank you very much for coming. Got some new people today. Sensei and Mochi Sensei have all given us wonderful classes and lots to take on. So thank you everybody for coming from all over the place. We've got people from Florida, Washington, and the East Coast, and Scarborough, which is, that's different we get out of.
Best coast. Best coast.
Anyway, thank you everybody for coming. Sensei, thank you for being here and giving us all your service. It's been wonderful. Thank you very much.
This clappy stuff. I hate that crap.
In Western culture, I think it's a sign of appreciation.
No, put $20 bills in a jar, tip for Sensei, and that's appreciation. All right. Any questions before we start? It's glad to see we got our karate brothers back. Thank you very much for coming. Guys, you can clap. If you want to watch how to train, watch those guys. They know how to train. They don't talk, they don't teach, they just get on and do it. Thank you very much. All right. So again, I was walking around. We always say it always starts in the beginning. This is stand up, please. You don't have to say this. Once I was at Takeno Sensei's dojo. And he said, "Robert, please practice with her. It's her first day." I said, "Us," because that's what you do. And basically, I was training with her, and we were doing ikkajo, the first technique. And this is true story. She went and did ikkajo, and she was here. And I reached around, and I put her thumb here. That took me how long? And then I heard, "Robert!" I thought, "What are you doing teaching in my dojo?" I said, "No, but her thumb was there. I just moved the thumb with her." "Oh, what dan are you? 5th dan?" "Oh, I should just go home. I'm only 8th dan. I should just go home. You can teach the class." And then he said it was fine. And then about 15 minutes later in the class, "What are you doing teaching in my dojo?" I said, "That was 20 minutes ago. I won't do it again, I promise." But that's a true story, right? I've been giving seminars sometimes, and people are off in the corner giving their own seminars in my seminar. Don't do it. Just be the best uka you can, and maybe they'll learn the technique just from osmosis. Does that make sense? Think about it, right? I'm wearing a dress. Top Sensei wearing a dress. We got a couple 7th dans. Oh, big deal, 7th dans. Ooh, all right. Alan and Nick, if they tell you something, just say us and do it. Everyone else, just get on with it. All right. Let's have a warm up, Michael, please. Yes. Okay, let's do kamae. Hey, kids, get it. Igi hami kamae. Hey. Hidari hami kamae. Kamae no re. And relax. Does anyone have any questions about kamae? For your hands, it's very simple. Just ichi, ni, san. Top hand sternum, ring finger straight ahead, bottom hand stomach, one fist away, index finger straight ahead. If you're tense here, it's no good. You just have to find your best position for kamae. Kamae is teaching you your best position in a static position where you're strong, focused, and balanced. If you can't control yourself in kamae, you won't be able to control anyone else in the techniques. It's the most important thing we do, right? And It's simple, but simple sometimes isn't easy. You have to find how to stretch your back and drop your hips down. All right, so the back leg is straight. From here, power's on the outside. That makes sense? If you get it right, Libor, lift my back leg. It's solid. You don't have to be immovable, but it's solid. If you want to make Michael mental, do it with your toes up. You still can't lift your back leg. All right? It's strong forward. Once you get that strong position, you realize that lack of tension is what we want. I used to always say relax, but I don't say relax so much anymore because in North America, everyone does this, right? By keeping your strong posture, the muscles just go where they're supposed to go. And the truth is, you can get rid of that tension now. But it's a martial art. We all want to be strong. So where do you put your power? Here in your heart. No muscular tension. Because again, some of you have seen me maybe for the first time. I have real strong ideas about Aikido. And Aikido has nothing to do with pain. It's about just learning to control them without any pain. And it's nothing to do with muscle. But some of the young karate guys, you might remember, no, you stay there. I'll get you later. Don't worry. He was running too quick. I don't kind of like that. Good thing the door's open. But some of you young guys know I got the guns. You know what these are for, Dalton? Yeah, for the chicks. Curls for the girls. Except if you saw me weight train, it's pretty sad, right? But you don't need any muscle at all, except just, you know, you read the books, they say if you can scratch your nose, that's all the muscle you need. Because if we don't use muscle, we use timing. And that's why kamae is so important. Because if your kamae is strong and focused, he's a karate teacher in Czech Republic, same. When he punches, slowly, here's where you have to move. If you move too late, you'll get hit. If you move too soon, he will stop. When he punches fast, you should almost think for 1 second, he's got me. And that's the timing. And then you make him stop. So you have to be able to move quickly. That's why, again, the kamae is so important. Does that make sense? All right, let's try it again. Think about that. Energy forward, but stretch up. Let's go. Any questions about that? That's right, you can stand. Stand. You can't. Any questions? You guys know me pretty well. I have a question. Why do we move forward? Uke's holding. Uke's holding. Uke's holding. Very good. Uke's pulling, or their energies coming kind of like away from us. So for the basic techniques, we say ichi means uke grabs and pulls, or I strike and go forward. One of the problems in Aikido, like I said yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, but I love that two people make a really beautiful technique. It can be sharp, it can be scary, it can be fantastic, incredible, all those things. But we're not careful, we do things that don't make sense, right? Like I said, we move forward because uke's pulling, or for ichi techniques, I'm striking and going forward. Your kamae has to be in the right position. So from here, when I strike, when I go forward, you don't load up the back leg and then go forward. I mean, there are no rules. You can do that. But why is it a bad idea? You know. You know.
Losing your momentum.
No. Daniel? Jacob? No. He understands what you're doing. As soon as you go back to go forward, he understands. You just have to go forward, down. So after you strike it, you go forward. So this is an exercise I developed. If you like it, take it. I call it, for lack of a better term, in my book when I write down, I call it my ikkajo warm-up. All right. So from here, it's just like Shomenuchi, ikkajo, yosei, ichi. You strike here. Don't move back, forward and down. Oops, sorry, there. Nice and smooth. Even if uke resists, just go forward, down. Once you're here, You don't need any muscle at all. Get up. He has to lift my 75 kilos with his arm. 75, no, 80. I had a whole bunch of food last night. You don't need any muscle. How's that? You can tell, look at his face is red. All right? You don't need any muscle. Just let the hands circle down. As Thomson said yesterday, wrist higher than the elbow higher than the shoulder. And even from here, he still can't get up. Young man, you want to see me do it without touching? I can't do that yet. I'm working on it, but you don't need any muscle at all. Any questions? Yes. I don't care. Oh, he's a bit stubborn, but I like it this here. Wherever he's stiff, he's a bit stiff, he's scared. It ends up where it ends up. What's important, this wrist has to be straight. Not here or here. Here. All right? So if you get it right, if you like to practice it, just think of swinging the arm, just circle down. So in Aikido, we don't grab until we have to. Make sense? A lot of beginners, when they strike, it's here. First, you're striking. That's why he blocks. And then you can go down. All right? Nice and smooth. Anyone want to feel it? Ah. Yeah. Oh, man, I wish I had hair like that. I do have hair like that, but it's all on my ass. So that's probably too much information, but right. So the idea is get his shoulder. So I strike and then forward and down. He's being a very nice uke. How does it feel? Stand up. This is where age and treachery always overcomes youth and skill. How does it feel, Kelvin? You don't need any muscle at all. You need age and treachery. I stole that from him. All right? And again, how's it feel? Yeah, it's just down. If you cause pain, they'll stand around. Who has kids? Who thinks they're energy-sucking little parasites? Did I say it out loud? But the truth is, if you have a kid, and I'm going to be fair, just go up to them and just go like this. Just pinch them there. Wow. Most people go, yeah. Never mind. If you pinch them, they'll move away, usually. But in Aikido, we do things, you know, and I'm serious. And Thomson says I should say, but he's like my older brother. Remember the old days, nikajo, bang, ow, 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 ow. Holy crap. Okay, do this one. Because you're not supposed to complain, but you remember, yeah. But the truth is, if you cause pain, people will move away if they're smart. So you have to trick them so they don't even know it's coming. Make sense? If you get it right, just stand that way. Here. How'd that feel? It just, any pain?
Nope.
Why'd you go down? Just there. So for you young guys, this is a good technique. If you're in the mall, start walking that way, and you see a cute girl. Oh. Want to go for coffee? But you want to know a secret? Doesn't work. They call the police. But it's the same. I think not just Aikido, but all martial arts should be minimum effort, maximum effect. So in Aikido, it's really simple. Put your hand out here. Okay, I'm not moving.
I'm not moving.
I have my finger against his whole body. He will win. My whole mind and body against his arm, I will win. And Kancho Sensei said, if it looks fake, it's real Aikido. Come on, sunshine, here we go. Gotcha. All right? You don't need muscle at all. Okay? How did I learn that? By doing ikkajo and finally getting realized I don't have to try to rip people's arms off. Does that make sense? If you do the technique and the guy goes back to the line like this or this, you're doing it wrong. Sorry. Or do it on people you don't like. I sent 2 people to a hospital one seminar. I didn't feel bad, but okay, maybe a little bit. And Nate was one of them. Yeah. But it was accident, kind of. All right? And I felt terrible, but I'm also very honest. I've hurt people in Aikido. But you didn't hear that from me. But that's the part. There's potential for great danger and great damage. So be nice. If you can take it so you can get it, where was Jamie? Jamie, thank you very much. If you can get it, so it's just from there, then you're going to a different spot. How was that?
Worse.
Any pain?
No.
Why'd you go?
I had to.
Hates it when I do that. But if you can't do ikkajo with relaxed forward strong motion, you won't be able to do anything else. And then you can just go, and they'll fall down. Try ikkajo, please. Go ahead. Has anyone ever heard Japanese martial arts are all based on the sword? Except you guys, not karate, because it's not Japanese, it's Okinawan. All right. Has anyone ever swung a real sword? Anyone been cut with a real sword? All right. Alcohol and weapons do not mix. Once I was drunk and I was showing my sword to one of my students, I said, yeah, it's a beautiful sword. And you got to make sure, of course, I was drinking. And I went, ooh, I hit the ceiling, put a gun in her that she won't notice. She won't notice. She kills it. What happened there? I said, Justin did it. All right. But what do you do with a sword? You cut. But all of you get tension. So what happens is you're here and you strike and you're pushing. You have to cut. Like that. Just hit me. Just hit me. But that's okay, because I'm used to that, because my sister-in-law trained with me. I wouldn't teach my wife because she wouldn't listen. She wouldn't listen. And I was doing nikajo on my sister-in-law. And I went, boop, she went down like that. Did it hurt?
No.
Then why are you making all those noises? Sorry. And she got up and she slapped me. And all my students went, and she said, it's okay, I'm the sister-in-law. So, yeah, in our house, it was my daughter, the dog, my wife, and then the dishwasher down way in the low and the bottom. But don't push. Cut. And you're all getting, yeah. See, it didn't hurt, did it? Just, yeah. Watch out for this one. Cut, don't push, because he's strong. If they resist and you push, they won't go. Just cut. And they will go down. Find that sword cut. What? Just from here. Oh, there. Try, please. Go ahead. Any questions? You're all a little bit too strong. I don't want to yell too much. It's all good, but you're all strong. If you all weren't so strong, it'd be better at Aikido, right? Because again, one of the problems in Aikido is we have a shite and uke, and we know what we're doing. So we do things that don't make sense, right? For our karate brothers, you can punch like that all you want. I've seen high-ranking people punch like that. I'm sure you guys have too, because they don't have to hit anything. As soon as you hit something, you're in trouble. It has to be straight. Most Aikido guys can't punch, but I can punch. I like hitting stuff. What I really have to do, make sure though, is when I'm hitting a heavy bag, if my wife comes downstairs, I got to take her picture off the heavy bag because it's not very nice. That was terrible. I don't do that. But I like hitting stuff, but you have to hit it correctly, right? And we all know, even if you have a little bit of experience, Shomenuchi, ikkajo, yosei, ichi is one of the first techniques we do. and you get used to a habit. And all of you, a little bit, you strike, and then you move here. Why doesn't uke go that way? Because they're not supposed to, right? What is ikkajo? It's controlling the shoulder down. So don't push them away unless they're smelly, right? So from here, it's forward. Oops, right there. Don't stumble like I did. But it's forward and down. That's ichi. Now, it's teaching me how to strike and Libor how to block. Now, ni. I do ichi and ni. So I'm on left, Libor's on right, and he strikes, and I block. Don't move your front foot, pivot. Same feature. He can't stand up now. Wide and low. I pivot over 180. That's how I learned from one of my teachers. I like it. All right. And again, uke is going to move for you anyways. So try to get rid of the tension. At a certain point, it doesn't matter. Say, I'm not moving.
I'm not moving.
Michael, grab his belt. Grab his belt. Say, I'm not moving.
I'm not moving.
We come around. Right? And you don't need any muscle. Just turn. Questions? And most important thing, don't move your front foot when you pivot. If you move your front foot, what's going to happen? I'm going to kiss him. But it's okay. You know why? Because as they say in Czech, I am the great kisser. Please don't. How do you, oh, never mind. All right. So if you can, don't move your front foot, just move right around. Go ahead, try knee now, please.
Just something I forgot to inject. Please don't train with people from your own dojo if you can help it. Switch it up. Lots of training with people from your own dojo, the rest of the year. Switch it up.
Train with some of our karate brothers. These guys, the karate brothers, train with them. They are great. Go ahead. Good. Any questions? Gather around, please. Just come and gather around. What I'd like you to try now with your partner, this is a regular Kotegaeishi, but I don't want you to do the regular Kotegaeishi. I want you to think of hooking the wrist this way. Try to keep the feeling so your hands are together. All right? Don't worry, I'm going to throw him over you. Don't worry, it's okay. Hook the wrist feeling here. And again, what do you feel?
Nothing.
It's soft. Stand up and stand up. All right? So just find hooking the wrist from here. It'll be clear when I show the technique, but I want you to get it here. And the feeling is very soft. So if here, my friend, please grab my muscles. Tell them, what do you feel? Say rippling.
It's so massive.
Rippling muscle.
Are you a bodybuilder?
No. But what do you feel really?
No tension.
Yes, there's no tension. What do you feel now?
A little more in the back, but very little.
Thanks. All right. I just lost all credibility. But try if you can, feeling soft. Okay? There's a story about this. I won't tell you, but some of you guys have heard it. It's called the Zoltan story, but I'll tell you later if you want. Right? Soft. Soft is not weak. There, now I got him. All right, practice that just a little bit. Go ahead. Good. So this is a variation of Kotegaeishi. Kote, ko means small, te is hand, gaishi means to turn. All right, it's a nice variation because it's only a couple steps, but it can be powerful, but nice and smooth, right to right. I strike like ichi. After I strike, don't move your back foot. Cross step back on a 45-degree angle, step over, down. So strike, not straight back, angle. So he has to step. A small step so your hip can go forward and down. When you finish, like a sword cut, back straight. Right? Let's do kakari geiko. I watch for a second. Already I'm seeing, right? You can't really, there are no rules, but if you can, make sure when you strike, they block. When you cross step back here, you can move to the side, but if you move to the side, he starts to stand up. So think more this hip forward. Ready? Then down. There you go. Were you scared? I mean, good, good. Don't be scared. So the feeling is like a little bit forward, even if it's only a quarter inch, not sideways, but more forward. So you eventually you can explore with this hip going down. All right? Because, thank you, Brian, great job. The power comes from the drop, not from your arms going down. Okay? Go ahead, try, please. Any questions? All right. Now we can just relax. All right. I went to Japan because of him. It's his fault. It's his fault. And we used to go to Kancho Sensei's black belt class. He is like my older brother. I always tell people, yeah, Alistair, I always say, Alistair, there's no way I was as stupid as that guy when I was his age. And my older brother always said, Mustard, I knew you when you were his age. You were stupider. But we used to go to Kancho Sensei's black belt class, and Alistair dubbed it magic class, and nobody knew what the heck he was doing. And sometimes he would do something, and the translator would say, oh, he says this one's really difficult. And I'm thinking, great, I couldn't do the easy one. But once I was in his class, and we were doing this kata mochi, and you just go like that, and they fall down. I can do it now, and basically, you just have to learn to relax and use your weight. And I was working with a short little Japanese woman, and I couldn't budge her. I couldn't budge her. And Kancho Sensei, the only person I've met shorter than my wife. My wife's about this tall. Bit fierce, especially if you don't take out the garbage. Bit fierce, but really tiny. And I was working with this woman, and Kancho touched my hip with his finger. She started, and he took it away. And I looked at him, he said, you understand? And I said, no. And he was short, and he just went like this. He went, practice. What the hell am I supposed to practice? Okay. But now I get it. It's just using your whole body. So one way to practice it is just from here, relax, bye-bye. Doesn't hurt. Bye-bye. Okay? It didn't work. Do you know why? He didn't say bye-bye. Say it in Czech.
Bye-bye.
I speak Czech.
Bye-bye.
Well, you got to do it.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, didn't work, right? But the truth is, if you relax, you can go around Uke's power. I can't do it, but I swear, when Kancho Sensei did this to you, you couldn't let go. Can you let go? You didn't even try. Okay, he's lucky. Most people can let go. Maybe I'm on point today. Probably was the scotch. But just nice and relaxed. If you're not sure, just grab your own baby finger and think of going down. The harder they resist, the easier it is. If you can relax. But all you're going to do exactly what I did. Okay, good. Here we go. Ready? Okay. Come on, center line straight. Yeah, go to my happy place. Unicorns, butterflies. Okay, got it. That's what I did, but just nice and relaxed, just like hip hop. Oh, I did at my daughter's wedding. There was no laughing. Everyone was like, what drugs is he on? I got to get some. But just relax and try, please. Any questions? Again, in my dojo, we often talk, if you want speed, slow down. And if you want power, don't use it. And basically, if you use your muscle, it's not wrong. All right. But the truth is, and some of the karate people, I said it when I was in Japan, we were doing nikajo, and a guy was squeezing and grabbing. And I said, "You're squeezing and grabbing." He said, "No, I'm not." And I said, "Okay, sorry." I'm a bit stubborn. I didn't talk to him for 6 months. So Sensei, may I ask a question?
Can I have a question?
That's what I did. Shouldn't swear in the dojo. But the truth to this, the most important thing, now I left Japan in 95, 35 years ago. He's still doing it this way. I do it this way. If you want to freak out Libor, you do it with one finger. All right. And if you get it right, that same technique we were doing, stand up, grab, bye-bye. You can do it in any way. Get up. I think that's cool. If you really want to make Libor mad, just do one finger. If he pulls, he'll be able to kind of escape, but he's trying to get up. So you don't need muscle, you need age and treachery. All right? Any questions? Thank you very much, everyone. My karate brothers, thank you for your effort. I appreciate it. We'll take a 5-minute break and have Thomson Sensei. All right?
Bridges are restocked with water. Please help us out.
So I just thought we'd start drinking early. The fifth control in Aikido. Okay, everybody stand up, please. Just relax your legs for a second. Good, good, good. Okay, make 2 lines across the dojo, please. And for our karate friends, we're going to do a basic movement, Aikido basic movement. Just maybe intersperse in between some of the Aikido students so you'll see them. Maybe 3 lines, so you've got some room. Maybe 5, what do you think? Maybe 5 lines, maybe 6, I don't know. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Migi eye on the right side, basic. Right. Tai no henko ichi, cross step in body change, number 1. Ich. Ni. Hit. Okay, so your weight's forward, your front knee is well bent, your back leg is completely locked, your hips are square, facing the front, in your center. My knee, itch. I love that. I used to do that in Japan. Okay, everything's square, don't get out of your center, everything's square. Nice. Idea. 1, 2. Change the left side. 1. Yeah, very nice. 2. 1. Good. You trained in Japan?
Us.
Idea. 1, 2. Hey, Commander, just sit down where you are for a second, relax. So, we haven't done a ton of basic movements this seminar. You should do them every class. Every class you should do basic movements because that's your kihon, your basis for building power and strength in your body. Because it's really, Aikido is not for special people. Well, Rob's pretty special, but mostly anybody can do this, but you have to The trick is to get out of what you think you know and just practice your movements mindfully and deliberately and well. And a lot of them, we'll see, you'll explain something and you'll demonstrate, and then people kind of go through the movement. I think this is what, lunch afterwards? Yeah, we can do that. Rob? Yeah, you're prick. Yeah, thought so. Yeah, so no, that's not practicing mindfully at all, and especially the Kihon, in your class, when you train, you might do it for 10 minutes out of the hour. It's nothing in your day, and 10 minutes out of your whole day, it's nothing. So please, you got to practice really mindfully and correctly with your basics. And once you've got them done, then that bleeds into your actual basic techniques, and then you'll develop your power and your smoothness for your more advanced techniques. So this technique, this movement, rather, it's based on actually a spear movement, to understand, not a sword. But it's a similar thing. Unsee the horseman, way he goes. And as we've talked all weekend, your hands don't actually do anything. It looks like they're coming to the side. They're not. They're staying in your center. Your top hand stays where it is. Didn't move, didn't move. Stayed in my center, turned palm up, that's all. That's all it did. Didn't do anything. Didn't move to the side. Right? I'm not moving to the side. My body's moving, my arm is not. My bottom hand, all it does is come up. Stays in the center of your body and comes up. That's all it does. Here, it's halfway up. There, it's all the way up. Turns palm up. Here, it's halfway down. It's back to kamae. It's also not reaching out. This isn't kamae. Reaching out. Your kamae is still strong here. It's not reaching out. It's your natural bend in your arm. Okay? So I'd like to try this for a few more minutes again. Please pay very much attention to this movement. Keep your hands in the center. Simplify your movement. Simplify your movement and concentrate on your hips moving through, because that's where your power is going to come from. Front knee bent, back leg straight, everything in your center, not out here, not out there. Okay, let's try it again for a few minutes. So when you're coming back, I'm not coming back, I'm straying forward. Coming back is not coming back. Right? So it's 1, 2. Everything stays forward. Everything stays forward. Forward. It's not, don't bring your weight back ever. Okay, once more. Relax, sit down for a second. So now it's Taino Henko knee, pivot, 95. 95. Now it's got to be exactly 95. 94.5 won't do. 95.5 won't do. It's got to be exactly 95. And anybody that doesn't do it exactly 95 will have to do 100 push-ups. Oh. Somebody put a mark here for me if I'd known that. So once more. 95. Everything goes down. Your front knee is like a spring. It's not pivoting back. You're actually pivoting forward. Everything's got to go forward. Forward. Back. Even when you're going back, you're staying forward. Your hands stay in kamae. And palm up. Even I can do this. It's not coming around. It's not coming down and stripping up. It stays in kamae. And forward. And back. Okay, let's try this, shall we? Oh, so I can't emphasize strictly enough how important basic movements are. Okay. And when we start out doing it, And then we've got a lot of seniors here. We have some juniors. We have some karate friends here. And oh, it's awkward. And I'm trying to lift. We practice them in part so they'll become second nature to us. And we're not using power, but it's just coming up and coming back, coming back. So you can talk about lunch when you're doing it. You know? There we go. And as Rob said earlier, sorry, Mustard Sensei, is that we've talked often on the weekend, is that you have to practice slowly, smoothly. Smoothly. If you're just rushing through it, you're going to miss a lot of things. So it must be smooth and slow and deliberate. That way your brain starts to build neural pathways to do the movement properly. Okay. Jamie, where's Jamie? Okay, let's try some. So we're gonna do, well, how long have we got? We only got about 5 minutes left. We've done a lot of techniques from strikes today, which have been very nice for everything. I'd like to do one that's for me, but my teacher's here, so he can help me do this, is ikkajo. We'll do an ikkajo, but from a one-wrist grasp. It's kind of a different way of looking at ikkajo, and it's a nice technique to do. Okay, so we'll start with number one, same basic. He's going to be pulling. Right? So again, if someone pulls, I don't want to resist them. We're fighting. And we're fighting. There are lots of ways of doing this. We can come out. You know, we can come in. Okay. For this one, we're going to come in. Just going to follow his pull until his shoulder stops on its own. Don't go any further. Because then you're doing something. Where does Uke want to go? Oh, he wants to go there. He doesn't want to go any further. Do you want to go any further? No. Because his shoulder's locked already. So, one, punch, kihon. From here, it's, thank you, Jamie. Little wardrobe malfunction there. Elbow power, up, up. On the outside of his wrist, up, into his elbow and shoulder. Elbow power, number one. That's all. Very important, keep your elbow down. You'll never lift them. You don't have to do this. You never lift them this way. This way you will. Okay? At the same time, shuffle back and hold, turn around on horse. Here. Okay? Now, again, all the time we've been holding people's hands here, touching them. It's not a grip. We talked about this for nikajo, for yonkajo, hankajo. Did we talk about something? Maybe, I don't know. Here. It's not a grip. You're just making a connection to uke. So that you have, my arm doesn't end here anymore. It ends in here, in his chest. There it is. His hip, his knee, his toes. There he goes. So you need to make that connection. Okay, that's why it works. Here. This needs to be relaxed. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm going to use that. Nice. I like it. Bye-bye. I love it. Get up. There we go. So here, relax. Everything's relaxed. You're just holding here. Elbows down. You're not flopping around. You're not doing chicken wings. A macaremba. Is that a dance? Chicken wings. You would know. Okay. From here now, I'm guiding his elbow down as I shuffle out. The great danger is that you're going to pull. Again, it's not pulling. Your elbow's coming into your center, and that's guiding his down. Just like that. There's no power. I'm just dropping into kamae. My kamae. I'm just coming into kamae. Can we see that? Just coming into kamae. That's all. Just holding him here to keep the connection there. Shuffle forward, a little out. There it is. Then boom, boom, boom. We'll do the rest technique first. So I'd like you to work on this first part first. Yeah, this is good. So he pulls till he stops. Remember, uke decides the technique. Uke decides the technique. We're all different. Some of us are very different, but we're all different. You know, so you're big, you're small, you're strong, you're not so strong. Same with your ukes, not just stay, right? So some people will be very flexible here and will go away around here. That's fine. You follow that until it stops on its own. You don't stop it. You don't push it any further. So that's the first lesson. Where does uke want to stop? Right there. Come up. Oh, nice. Remember and block. Was it Carol Yamamoto? Carol Yamada. So just punch my fist. We do a technique with a punch in it. You put your hand way out here, and Carol would punch the hand. No. She was special. Then you gotta protect your face. The punch is coming here. Okay. So sorry, this way. One more. So pull, stops on its own. Punch. It's kihon. Shuffle up. Relax. No tension here at all. Relax. Come to kamae, shuffle it down out of bed. That's it. That's as far as I want you to go right now. Okay? Any questions? Okay, let's try it. Us, thank you. Us, okay. Get a partner, let's go. Okay, a couple little things to try and remember here. Hi, Mom. Yeah, good. Pulls. He pulls. Now, this next move, so I've got him stopped here. That's fine. Now, as you know, as Robert's been doing all day, all weekend, well, that's fine. Technique's over. But if that was it, we'd never make money at Aikido because that's too easy. It's just too easy. Just way too easy. We'd never make money. So we got to keep dojos open. So we got to make it a little more complicated. You okay? So from here, he's locked up. Good. The next motion is to come up. You cannot lead with your elbow. Why are you doing stuff you don't have to do? You think you know a guy. You trained with him for years, right? Okay, so here, you cannot lift with your elbow. Not going to happen. I'm separated. I'm trying to use my arm strength. And Jamie's way bigger than me. No. I lose my body, my hip. I use Hiriki, yosei, ichi. Lift him up. This stays down. This way now. The next motion, I'm not cutting with my blade of my hand. You got to get out of thinking you have hands at the end of your arms if you're doing Aikido. If you don't. This is just a connection in uke. I'm cutting down. There's where I'm cutting down. That's the blade there. Right? I cut with my elbows. I bring it into kamae. Just bring it into kamae. Okay? This you're pushing, and you'll resist. Because he can. Now we're just fighting. And then the strongest guy's going to win. Right? So we don't want to fight. We want to make harmony with one another. Everybody's happy, especially me. Okay, so let's do this again for a few more minutes. Both sides, pay very close attention. One, this is good. Elbow power, your hip. Your hip comes around, elbow power, number one. That's all it is. Right? You're shuffling a little bit. Then the cut down is not here. It's here into your center. Just drops into kamae. Okay, let's try to get, please pay very close attention to those two parts. Us, thank you. Us. Special offer. Call in the next 10 minutes. We've thrown a Vegematic. Oh, there it is. Okay.
And it's not
No, okay. I don't know. Let's go on. Don't be sorry. You're not sorry. You're merely apologetic. You're going to be sorry. I got it from Alistair. You're not sorry. You're merely apologetic. You had an old schoolmaster to tell him that. Okay. One. Again, I'm not putting his arm where I want it. I'm letting him put him where he wants it. Right? He's pulling me. Punch. Right? Elbow up. Completely relaxed here. Don't push. Don't push. Everything drops into kamae. Okay. From here, then same thing. Keep everything out. Step once. Step one more time. All the way down. We'll just put both knees on the mats right now. Okay, just holding that for a second and let them up. So we'll just do the next 2 steps to finish the technique off. Jamie, one more time. 1, up, 2, good. Now from here, like cross step and body change, number 1. Starts with your knee and your hip going forward. Your knee and your hip going forward. Then that follows in. Your hands stay where they were. Your hand does not stay back here, where it was. It wants to stay with the rest of your body. Everything goes in together. Right? Everything goes in together. Everything goes in together. Keep it down. Okay? Let's try it. Okay, let's step. Let's step. Very careful now. You're laying people on the mat. Protect your head is okay, remember. That's me a few more minutes, then we're going to move on. Okay, we're still cigarette, thank you. Oh, sorry, David. I'm sorry. Just grab, good. Punch, comes up. Everybody's tense in their fingers. You ought to be able to feel that. You ought to be able to feel if you're tense in your fingers. What I'd like you to try is get to this point and make your fingers tense. Push against them, then relax. Right? So feel tension. Feel pushing the blade against his forearm. Feel that, then relax. Try and understand the difference between this and that. So that then it's never tense. It's never tense. Okay, so take a minute as you're doing this. Come up, make it tense. Grit your teeth. Think of Rob. Push against it. Feel it hard, then relax. Okay, try that. Okay, let's. Thank you, Dave. Very nice. Okay, because it's a seminar, I'm going to show off a little bit. What's the point? Otherwise, so let's go back to. Please. Let's go back to something very basic again and minimalist. Come this way. Good. So he's pulling. I go to where he stops. And then I go down. Okay? I go to where he stops, step through. Nice back break fall. Okay? You can do it this way too, out. But we're going to do it much more basic, just a very similar pulls. I'm just going to go through. Just going to go through. So this is, thank you. He pulls. I come, he pulls me. Just pull. That's right. I go to where he stops. That's right. Just put your hand anywhere. Just make sure it's kamae and step through. That's all. You can also do this, of course. But don't do that. You want to say it again? Yeah, don't do that. I don't want to see anybody do this. You want to see it again? What I don't want you to do. So he's pulling. This is where his arm stops. That's where he wants it to stop. Just step through. Oh, sorry, Tim.
I'm just here to feel his technique.
Because once he's stopped, he's locked. Doesn't matter what I do. He's locked. His balance is gone. He's locked. Once he stops, he's locked. So I'd like you to play with this a little bit for a few minutes. Let your partner pull one wrist, one hand. Go where he pulls you. Don't go where you want to go. Put your arm anywhere. It doesn't matter. Kamae, and then just step through. You do a nice back break fall. Okay, let's try that for a few minutes. Thank you, Tim. Let's stop. Yeah, Kotegaeishi, 5 groups. One more thing before we go. Okay, so that's good. We're coming in and not doing that. We've been doing stuff. So what I'd like you to try now is to understand guiding. They're not going to touch Uke at all. We're just going to guide him. I'm going to take his energy and guide it around. Thank you. Just take him to the side, wherever he wants to go. He wants to go over here. Yeah, that's good. Over here, that's fine too. Just guide him. Guide him. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Guide him. You're not going to do that because we're Katate. What I want you to do is this. Try just guiding down, down, down. So there's no step through. There's none of this. None of that. No. That's it. You got 2 minutes for high sticking. But he's giving you energy. He's giving you good energy. Follow it. Thank you. You just redirect it a little bit. Just redirect it. Thank you. Okay, let's try it the last few minutes. Just simpler. So gather in for a second here. So what I'm seeing a lot of is, okay, I'm stay. It's me. I'm stay. I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something. I'm going to get down. No, we're missing the point here. He's giving me energy. I'm going to follow it. I'm just going to follow it. I'm not doing anything. He's throwing himself. Throwing himself. I'm not actually doing anything here. It's really nothing at all. Don't do that. Don't get up leaning on your partner. All right, try it again, but remember, you're not doing anything. Try and feel your partner, the energy is giving you. You just go with it. There's no push, pull. You shouldn't feel tension anywhere. Let's try it again. A couple more minutes. Let's. Good. Right side basic. Come on. Shomenuchi ichi, after class exercise number 1. Nice and deliberate. Take your time, nice and smooth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's putting effort into it. 5. Shift. No, your other left. Military left. There you go. Good. You sure? You didn't hit your head, did you? Okay. Okay. Drinking early. I itch. Idea. Up. She. Go. Shift. Take a step back. Shomenuchi ni. After class exercise number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Small pivot. Left side basic, everybody. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Small pivot. Kind of red. Good. 2 lines face each other, please. Cross the dojo. Quickly. 4 mats apart. Quickly, face a partner. Anybody. Doesn't matter. Anybody. Anybody. Doesn't matter. Quickly. Right side basic. Come on. Find a red. Yarian. Right. Seizo. Seiza. You can't sit. Seiza. Stand. Correct your dogi. Hey, Utkani. Line up, please. Rob, stand up. No, come. And sit up. I'd like to thank you very much for coming out to see a couple of old guys this weekend. I've certainly had fun. I think can speak for Sensei Mustard. We've had a lot of fun too. Just want to leave you with one lesson. I'm only going to talk for about a half an hour. Stand up. It's okay. It's your knees. Rob has had this experience too. Stand up. If your knees bother you, stand up. Or yeah, I'm only going to be a minute, but stand up. Rob has had this experience also, is that you have a student and they say, geez, I want to be just like you. And you say, bald, fat, and ugly? Really? You want to be just like me? You know, and I went through that as well with Kimeta Sensei and Takano Sensei and Chida Sensei, and, you know, and that's missing the point. We're only guideposts, your instructors here. They're only guideposts. You got to find your Aikido. You got to do you. You got to be you. Is that how it goes? I don't know. So you got to find your Aikido. Now that means you do have to study the Kihon, the basics there, and you got to work through those. But at some point, you have to understand that you got to find your Aikido. I don't know when that is. Nidan, Sandan, you got to start working on that. So yes, it's nice and it's wonderful you come out and see us, and it's great you work hard. But remember, you're always working on your Aikido because it's made for you. It's all made. Aikido, the wonderful thing about Aikido is it's custom built for every single person. We're all different, and everybody can do their own Aikido. So thank you very much. Please train hard, train well, train mindfully, and support your dojos, and train safely and have fun. And thank you very, very much. Rob, do you want to say anything for you?
Basically, our corrupted brothers and sisters, thank you so much. You guys are magic, absolute magic. Golden head Aikido people that didn't pay attention, didn't do anything we said. I get it. You're all fantastic. If you keep training, we'll meet again.
Yes. Stop. Stop. Stop.